visual aid here. Does everyone recognize what this is? Yeah.
I can more that.
My friend Benjamin's on here too, so that's a good sign. So this represents 100 what? Dollars. Does it really though? What is a dollar? Oh wow, full answer. Okay, used to be attached to gold, now it's a fiat currency. All it is, at the end of the day, is 100 promises from the government. It's a promise of 100 things. We don't even know what that is. The government promises 100 of them to us. It's one of my great pleasures in life to go into McDonald's and order the 4 government promises burger. And people look at me strangely, but then I ask them, well, what is a dollar? You tell me. And that's when I get the really blank looks. Because we don't know what it is. It's just a promise. That's all it is. So we make promises to each other all the time. Anybody here ever help somebody else move? Like, oh, I'm moving apartments, help me move, right? So you make that one promise to a friend, I'm going to help you move on Saturday. Oh, but you've got another friend, you promise her you're going to help her move. And you go reach out and you offer not just one, not just 5, but 100, 1,000 people that you're going to help you move this Saturday. People talk, we're humans. There's what's called a market. We all communicate, we share, and we understand how many promises you've made. And quickly, very quickly, the market understands that you have overpromised yourself. You can't possibly be in 1,000 places at once, helping 1,000 people move on one Saturday. That's inflation. We've overpromised. So there are 3 ways to reduce our inflation. Number 1, we have to stop the hurt. We have to stop making promises. We have to stop printing money. We have to stop spending money. Number 2 is we have to make good on those promises. We have to help one friend move, check that off the box, or check that box off, and then go help the next friend move. Right? We have to make good on that. That's repaying our debt. That's bringing down our national debt from 30 trillion to something sane. The third way is really interesting. And this is where you're all the heroes in the room, because you make this happen. Small businesses are the single greatest front in systematically long-term fighting inflation. Who here in the last few months paid double for gasoline? Right? I know I did. It went from about like $2.50 to $5 a gallon, right? So our costs inflated by 100%. What if there was an entrepreneur, maybe somebody in this room, who invented an engine or some technology that doubled our efficiency? So we only needed half as much gasoline. We would be paying twice as much, but using half as much, which means, at the end of the day, we pay exactly the same amount. That's what economists call productivity gains or efficiency gains. So if we can become more efficient, that's our long-term strategy, that's our best long-term route for actually fighting inflation. That's why inflation hasn't gained much more than 2 or 3% per year over all these years, because we've become so much more efficient. The cost of a TV has come down. The cost of a computer used to be $10,000 in 1980s dollars, and now it's a fraction of that. You can get an Acer, a Chromebook for a couple $100. So what you do as innovators, as entrepreneurs, as small business owners, those incremental things, the little differences to gain efficiencies, to make somebody's life that much better, that much easier, that much more efficient and effective, you're fighting inflation. Thank you.
You're welcome.